Conversation, baby. Mr. Conversation, baby. They call it Mr. Conversation, baby. Come share this hot seat latest information, baby. He the voice of the streets, can't compare so versatile. Trying to keep up is gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style. Just tune in, let him run you down. They call it Mr. Conversation, baby. Come sit in this hot seat, latest information, daily. He the voice of the streets, can't compare so versatile. Try to keep up is gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style. Just tune in, let him run you down. Mr. Conversation, baby. Hey. Mr. Conversation, baby. Hey. Hey. They call it Mr. Conversation. Call it Mr. Conversation, baby.
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, Mr. Conversation, and I'm here with these very intelligent, beautiful ladies here today. We're gonna have a great show. I'm telling y'all, man. I know that all three of them got it. We are ready for these conversations that we're going to have. Now, let me go ahead and give a caveat. Everything that we're talking about today, this is not to anybody in particular. If anybody feels hit about any of this stuff, right? These are the conversations that we all have. We all love each other. We all, you know what I'm saying, love and respect each other. So we know how to do it, but y'all in the comments, y'all stay respectful too, all right? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, why do they change for someone else? Why do they change for someone else? So why this topic, right? It seems like I keep seeing on social media, and also the ladies were saying in the group chats, like, it seems like people, every time you have a breakup or something like that, people always want to, I guess, do better once they leave. So we're going to start off with Pina today. Y'all, I should have introduced everybody. Let's do that real quick. On my left, I got Pina Colada. What's up with you?
How you doing?
All right. In the middle, we got Jazz. Y'all know Jazz. What's up? What's up?
Hello.
All right. And to the right, we got Beauty Elise, a.k.a. Lily. What's up?
Hey, y'all.
All right. Now, got the introductions out the way. So, like I said, why do they change once y'all have broken up? What's up? Why do they change for the next person? Pina, I'm going to start with you. Why do you think that in relationships, people tend to just be better after they done broke up with either you, proverbial you, or that person?
Well, every relationship is a trial, until you get to the right one. So every time you get to a different relationship, you tend to take something from the previous relationship. So you know what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. And as you get older, just change is inevitable. So you have to change in order to grow.
So you just think it's, once you've left, sometimes that's just cutting the end, and now you can actually grow and do better.
Yeah, and do better. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to you. To you. Jazz, what you got for me on this
one? Okay, so I do agree with her in certain instances. I do believe some relationships can be trial and error, and some relationships do flourish. And some that don't work out, you take with, but this didn't work out, so I'm going to try to make it work in the next relationship or whatever. But I feel like when you see people in relationships and it appears to be better than a relationship that you had, I think some people can change, but I do also think people mask who they really are. And I say that because I was with my first husband from 16 to 23, and when we got married, he was very abusive to me for the duration of our marriage for the whole 3 years. And a lot of people didn't know about it, but a lot of people did know about it because they saw it. But it seems like now, since he got older, he's in his mid-40s now. Maybe he have matured a little bit, but he's still a dog. That didn't change,
Roof, huh?
I don't know if he's still choking folks out and blacking eyes, but he's still a whore bag. I know that for a fact. He hasn't changed that. But for me personally, when a relationship has not continued, and I try to date somebody else and I try to make it work out, I already know, first of all, what I'm going to deal with and what I'm absolutely not going to deal with. I'm not going to half step, and I don't want a person to half step with me. It's either you all in or you're going to stay out. It's just no gray area when it comes to me. So some people do change, some people do mature, but I believe that some people do mask who they really are.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna come back to you, Jazz. Lily, what you got for me?
I believe that it seems like people are probably doing better when they get with someone else because the person that they're with probably requires them to be a better person than what you required them to be. Like, if you allow someone to walk all over you, lie, cheat, and you keep on taking them back, giving them chances, they're not going to need to become a better person because they know that you're going to take them back and give them another chance. Whereas they might get with someone else and they might mess up small once, and that person will nip it in the bud completely because they know that if someone messing up small, it'll eventually get bigger and bigger. So it could be because of you. Maybe you're not requiring people to treat you the way that you're supposed to be treated. So when they get with someone else, it seems like they're treating them better, which they probably are, but the other person probably let that be clear. Like, this is the way I want to be treated with nothing less. And they stood on business, whereas you probably did not.
Say that last part right there again.
They stood on business, whereas you probably did not.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm gonna come back to y'all, but I gotta hit me a little 4 points real quick.
Mhm.
All right. Now, first point is comfort. Let me set this up. The first thing why sometimes it seems like they're better when you leave is because of comfort, right? That person was in comfort, and sometimes they didn't realize the value of you until they lost you, right? So now when you realize, man, I can actually lose something, now I got to get my shit together. Sometimes it takes let's take it out of relationships. Let's take a child with the animal, right? First time you have an animal, you don't know the responsibility of that animal. The animal messes around and passes away or dies, or gives given away. Sometimes that child now realizes, you know what? I have to take care of this in a certain way to be able to have this. It's a responsibility. A relationship is a responsibility.
Right.
It's a social contract that carries with it a heavy responsibility, right? So that's the first thing. Now, I'm saying the easiest ones first, because y'all know this is the hot seat. So as we get down, I know this is when everybody gonna like the other issues. But the first thing is comfortability, right? The second thing is people think they have a lot of time, right? I got time to get my shit together. I got time, especially when we're younger, all right? When you're younger, man, I'm invincible. I got all the time in the world. I'm never gonna die. I'm never gonna get, hurt, injured. I'm going to be able to, I'm speaking as a man right now. I'm young. I want to sow my oats. I want to go have fun. I want to do all that stuff, but you're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about that person that you're going to want to take care or help take care of you, or you have to take care of later on in life. So when you're in, especially when you're in your teens and your 20s and stuff like that, and nowadays you got motherfuckers in their 30s still on the same shit. Let's being honest. Okay. I'm speaking as a man, right? And you think you got time to get it together. I'll find that one eventually. You know what I mean? But what you don't realize is the older you get, the more issues you're going to have yourself. The less you might not be a valuable partner or to some of the other people. That's one. I'm saying as men, that's one big on us. Y'all know I'm on accountability on both sides, right? So I'm telling us men, don't wait till it's too late. Don't miss something when you have somebody good, when you have somebody that's willing to take care of you. If you have, because nobody's perfect, when you have someone that is as close to, that is just as right for you, you're gonna know early on. Stop wasting time, stop bullshitting. Get in there, buddy. Now, this one, the one is that people ain't gonna like. This third one. Sometimes you were the problem.
Yep.
You know, I hear ladies say all the time, he didn't put me in my feminine energy, right? I was in survival mode, right? They say that all the time. Now, sometimes as a guy, sometimes it was too argumentative. Sometimes it was, I could never have any peace. Sometimes, you know, there's that opposite side. And so sometimes you might have been the problem. You actually might be the problem. And I know it's hard for us to understand. It's hard because we've done this before when I've asked, why did our relationship end? And most of the time we say they. Real quick, shout out to Robert Lassiter. What's up, man? What's up with you? Shout out to Ant Music. What's up? The topic is, why do it seem like when we break up with someone, they get better for the next person? Just paraphrasing it. It's why do people change after breakups? Why do you want to wait till after you done broke up with me, or I broke up with you, or amicable split, whatever? Now you want to go do all the things that I wanted you to do. And now this is the one that's going to hurt everybody's feelings. They just ain't really like you like that.
Mhm. I was about to say that.
Now that's the one that puts you in your feelings. You done wasted a lot of time, but they just ain't really like you like that though. You know what I mean?
This ain't the one.
Sometimes, and this is men and women. This is men and women. Sometimes you were just there for that season.
I don't be understanding how people don't see that. Like when they're in the relationship. Like I understand you can be blinded by the
Potential.
love or whatever. And I understand that too. But like when you're dating somebody, the dating pool doesn't really change when you get older. It's still the same. You're meeting people, so most of the time when people is with someone and you can clearly see that the person really doesn't like them like that, it's not even that the person is doing these drastic things that make you know, but it's just like this person never calls you. You guys never have proper communication. You never do anything together. You know what I mean? Like you don't even do anything that a real person in a relationship would do. You'll probably just like have sex and that's it. So how do you not see that the person doesn't like you when they're not doing anything that anybody, even your friends, when you talk to your friends, y'all call each other, often as y'all can. Y'all hang out together. Y'all give each other things. You call each other on their birthdays. This person that you're dating is not doing anything that anyone that remotely likes you would do. But somehow you're so
into this person.
Yeah, it's like people explain it, but it's still, I would never understand it.
Me either.
Because everyone can see that this person doesn't like you but you. And it's not even like they're pretending like they like you in front of you. No, when you're around and other people's around, they're treating you bad, talking to you bad. How do you not know like this person doesn't really like you?
May I respond?
Yeah.
So in your scenario, that's the most like extreme part. More times than not, it's more of what you guys were talking about before the mask is there. The person has enough wherewithal to give you enough to see the potential, to give you enough of the mask where, okay, if I could just change this part. But see, he got these three or she got these three good things right here. You know what I mean? And if I can do that, so then it gets in your mind. And now you're constantly chasing that, what that person could be than what they actually are.
Yeah, the potential.
Yeah, see, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the explanation behind it. I just still
It just will never be
don't.
you.
It's just it could never. And I know people, oh, never say never. No, like literally, that could never be me. But once you just showing me that I'm not for you, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't see how people be in it for a long time.
That's
I
why
can see if you was in it, it's like a couple months, and then you realize like,
it ain't
okay,
even
yeah.
gonna be that long for me,
I'm
baby.
just saying, like, you know,
trying
I'm
to
giving
tell
people a little grace free. But you done been dating this person for 7 years and they've never
Never
remembered
really-
your birthday.
Yeah, and
They never
really,
got
and
you
they
nothing
really
for
don't like
Valentine's
you
Day.
like that.
They don't, you know what I mean? It's like they don't even know your favorite ice cream. They keep on giving you chocolate. Your favorite ice cream is strawberry.
Now-
Do you not realize that?
Now let me clarify on they don't
Please
like you like that.
clarify, 'cause
On they don't like you like that. It's never that obvious. I just got to comment. It's not always that obvious. I agree with you Aunt, on that one. Most of the time, it's not that obvious. Okay, but again, people, and I know it can sound so simple. We tell people what we want to hear. We give sometimes too much information, and then, all right, transparency. I used to coach gentlemen on conversational pieces and stuff like that. I missed the conversation. One of the main things that I used to talk about is let her talk. She will tell you what it is that she likes. Okay. And the quicker you are to kind of mold yourself or shoot yourself towards that way, the better chance you have of whatever is your end game, whether it's wife, girlfriend, whether it's you just trying to get some, whatever it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, my meaning behind that originally was not toxic. Because if your goal is for a wife, though, whatever that it is. But as I got older, I realized, like, damn, I was kind of giving niggas some keys to be toxic. You know what I mean? Like, just being honest, you know what I mean? But that wasn't my intentions. But I do understand, and that's how that masks, because you will get in these dates early on, and then you'll tell everything it is that you want to talk about, right? This is what I like. This is what I do like. You look at it as this is what my program is going to be, right? That's cool to a certain degree, but you're also given the roadmap to exactly what he needs to do to mold, to put that mask on. And then once it's there, now you kind of stuck. Sometimes you got to make the motherfucker work for it a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, but I'm sorry, fellas, if I'm putting out too much information, but I got to be honest. I got to be fair on both sides. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got a very fan base, or not fan base, people that listen. So I gotta be fair. I ain't trying to be red pill on here to the fellas. But what's GTD? Oh, get them draws. Never mind. You right. It's like if that is the end goal. All right. I would hope after we, that is more than that. Let me say that right now. I hope that it's more than that.
That's why, as a girl, if you're gonna do anything with a guy, it needs to be you wanting to do it, no matter what the guy does and doesn't do. Because even if he's doing everything under the sun that you like, the moment that you do have sex with him, if his end goal was only to have sex, everything that came before that is gonna be over with. And you'll be sitting there thinking like, oh, he used me, or he did this, or he did that. But he probably actually told you what he wanted. You just probably weren't listening. Or a lot of girls think that their vagina is going to be so good that a man is going to want to stay with them. I promise you, sweetheart, it's not.
No.
It's not.
Now, ladies, I'm not saying don't ever have fun. That's not what I'm saying. But just understand that that's not going to be what keeps them there. Got you.
Make sure the fun is for you, not to try to keep him.
Understood. There you go. See, that's a happy medium right there. See how we can do it on the hot seat. Look at that. We came to a happy medium. Okay. Going back to the original, more closer to home to the original topic. Like, why do people change, right? I think that also I want to cover the sometimes you are the problem a little more, because I ain't really. That's the one that people are going to definitely have some issues with, because again, I'll use myself for an example as a test case, so don't nobody getting their feelings. That's listening. I understand that one of my best potential relationships in the past was a young lady who was a doctor. Right? I'm young. Consider myself to be an intelligent guy. But my issue is now she's around a lot of guys that were intelligent and they got bread.
Mm.
Okay, I'm smart and broke. They smart and they got the bread. So now you want to bring me around these cats, and my suit is from at best Men's Warehouse, and they got Armani suits on. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And so that was me and my feelings. I was the problem because she loved me for me, who I was, but I could only see that it was my insecurities, right? And so I was the problem. I thought about that and I was like, Shawty ain't doing a damn thing to me. Everything was in my mind. That's one relationship that I can 100% say it might have been like 91-9. It was me. That's humbling when you go back and you look, because for years I was like, man, Shawty just thought because she made them money and da 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 da. No, dog, I was just in my feelings because I was a broke nigga.
And she
And-
probably didn't even look at you as broke. Were you nice to her even though you were broke? Because niggas, when they don't have no money, they're
They
not
be
nice.
mean, boy.
I don't like niggas that's broke at all. Don't
Okay.
even talk to me. Nope.
So I'm me, however you view me, I'm me no matter what income bracket I've ever been in. So I
No,
can't
I'm saying
say
like to her, like when you think back, do you remember yourself, treating her kindly?
I am a lovable asshole. Okay. I'm very opinionated. I'm pretty much the same person that you get here. That's just who I am. Like normally, that's who I am on an everyday basis. I have some cuddly parts and do I have some even meaner parts, but most of the time I'm like right somewhere around here.
So
Not here, not here.
you probably were kind.
So
Like, just generally.
got you. And I don't think I was like, purposely anything like that.
That's what
But,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, when niggas don't have money, they are like purposely mean to you, like as if
They're
you're
trying
their
to
boss
humble
and
you
fire them. Yeah,
because
like
they're
they make
in
it
it,
seem
yeah.
like it's your fault that
Yeah.
they don't have any money.
Yeah.
I definitely was in my feelings. And I remember sometimes starting when we got home over something little so that I could feel better. So
Okay.
in that case, then yes, sometimes I was an asshole, and it was because I was broke. It was because we're gonna go back to the crib and nice crib and all of that and blah, 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 blah. And then I know she don't work like 18-hour shift, and then I'm gonna complain about something stupid that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That was on me. That's just straight on me.
Mhm.
So for me, so we do have a question for you, Lily. So as a broke dude, are you saying, wait, let me read exactly how he put it. So a broke dude can't treat you nice, or is he unqualified to try?
If you was hearing what I said,
He just wants a reiteration. It's directly.
when niggas are broke, they treat you mean.
Mhm.
If a nigga is broke and he's treating you nice, okay, cool. I'm not saying that niggas are they can never treat you nice if they're broke. I'm just saying majority of niggas, when they don't have any money, they do not treat girls nicely.
Okay. Now, he also wants to know, for you personally, is a person, a broke person, is he unqualified to try to talk to you? Based on what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you need to be talking to a hiring manager, not me. So
Understood. All right. Y'all heard that. She said, yeah, straight up.
I don't even know how that was a question.
Hey, go ahead at least to the temp service first.
Or something. You need to have something going for yourself. What you mean is a broke for qualified? You're not qualified for shit,
Understood.
but being broke.
That's it, huh?
Qualified for a job application.
What am? All right. So since we're here, can we, because everybody's definition of broke is different.
Yeah.
What is it for you?
If you don't have no money,
All right, come on now.
you is broke. I
You mean
mean,
extra.
that's what it. If you don't have if you're not making any money, you are broke. Now, if you make money and you got to pay all your bills or you got to do stuff for your kids or something like that, and then after you done all that, you have no money, all right, you're not really broke because you took care of your responsibilities. But if you don't have no responsibilities and you don't have no job and you don't have no source of income or anything, your only thought should be getting a source of income, not getting a girlfriend.
Don't worry about me, worry about them bills. That's what she said. All right, okay, all right. There you go. You got your definition, y'all. You got your official. What about you, Jazz?
Okay, so
She was waiting
I
on this.
can't
You see how she
put-
jumped in?
I
Okay.
can't put like a price tag or a bracket on it, but I'm gonna just say the problem that I have is most of the guys that I've encountered, tried to encounter, they may have a decent job, all right, but you don't have enough to date me.
Mm.
Now you might have your own car that you were paying car insurance, paying a car note, and you is paying your bills. I applaud you on that.
Mhm.
But you don't make enough money to accommodate me.
Exactly.
We can't go to Cheddar's.
Mm.
We can't go to Burger King. We can't do nothing. Like,
Just like if
If
you
I-
see a girl
yeah.
always rocking Chanel or something.
yeah, and then I'm not high maintenance. Like, baby, I'm at the Goodwill every other weekend.
Hmm.
I mean, I can shit on my own. I can create stuff on my own. But it's like, if you know that I'm a woman, you know I have to get my hair done, I get my nails done, you know I got children, you know I got bills. I like spontaneous stuff, baby. Well, let me take you out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? Or let me get your car washed, or let me gas up your car. I have yet to find a nigga like that. A little simple shit. Like, if I'm dealing with you, I'm not the type of person that I feel like I should have X nigga for nothing. You already know who I am and what I bring to the table.
And
And
what
I'm
I
gonna tell
need.
you, look, I got this, and I got a child, I got this. If the only thing that you're coming with to me is your dick, the conversation is dead. It's over with.
All right,
If
all right.
that's the only thing that you got to offer coming to Jazz, because it's over.
All right, man. Shout out to Pussy Power. All right, that's what's up. Shout out to Pussy Power. All right, but listen. All right, that's cool and all. That sounds really good. But now, with all of those things that you're saying that you need, that's gonna come with some things that he needs. Are you willing to give all of those things too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
To me, how I am, I match your energy. Then me, when I'm in a relationship with a person, I'm a very loved person. Like, I do more. Like, whatever you give me, I give you more. It's just like, it's like a give and take, situation. It's not like it's giving on the end, on that person end, or you not giving anything back. Cause I'm gonna have you, like, if you need some gas money or something like that, or anything that might appear in a relationship, I have you too. But it's like, nigga, you ain't got nothing.
Okay.
You never have anything. You never have anything.
All right. So you guys are saying about what you need, right? So are you willing, right? So we're talking about that. We're getting into the. Oh, I hate to do this. Jesus Christ. We're getting into these traditional like gender type roles, right? That's what we're starting to get into, right? And I don't have no problem with that. As a person, that's what I do. I don't have no issue with that. But again, if we go there, then we've got to consider the other side. So are you truly willing to like be that helpmate? Are you willing to be that person that's giving that, hour-long massage? Are you willing to be, just the hot seat so I can say it? Is you willing to be eating that nigga asshole if that's what he like? If that's what he like, I ain't saying I ain't with that, but you know what I'm saying? If that's what he want. Is you gonna suck the back of his heel? Because you know what I'm saying? After it's washed, it's clean. Now, okay, it's clean. All those type of things. Then we get to, I don't really want to do all that type of stuff and everything. And then it'd be like, well, I mean,
I feel like you would naturally want to do something
Yeah.
for somebody who is
You're
doing
naturally
stuff for you.
submit.
And
to
if
that
you're
person.
not, then maybe you shouldn't be with that person, especially if you're expecting them to go above and beyond for you and you wouldn't go above and beyond for them. Like, that shouldn't even be a question. Because as soon as somebody is showing you that they will do this for you, it should be nothing for you to do what they're asking. Unless it's something that you just really like, I don't feel comfortable doing it. Like if a nigga did want you to eat his butt, You better
Right.
not come to me asking that because now he not my nigga no more. So watch what you ask for as well because
Mr. Bland, we'll get you in next week. So you gonna come on next week then. All right. We got to talk about your new business that you're opening up very soon with the anime cafe and everything anyway. So we can knock out 2 for the price of 1. Cause he said, y'all need to get me on there. So listen,
I
Fel-
feel like for me, excuse me, I feel like women naturally submit to a man that fits her needs and her qualifications. But it's like if you ain't doing nothing to woo me, I feel like if you haven't fucked my mind, you can't fuck me. Period. If you haven't stimulated my mind first, my energy just is not. It's just not gonna work for you. And then a lot of men just think they could just flash their money
yeah.
or they got the biggest dick in the world and
Ooh, and
all the
another
dick
thing, you
and
know,
and you just supposed to just fall
Just
on
fall
your
for-
knees.
yeah.
Another thing to talk about when we bring about the money situation too, you need to be a person that is like generous and or thoughtful.
Yes.
Because if you have $1 million, but you're not willing to, you know, not even $1 million. If you know that you have money, but you're not willing to take care of your woman, or like you said, gas up the car or make sure the tires is rotated, whatever the case may be, then it doesn't matter that you have a lot of money because you're not even a generous person. Whereas someone like you might be generous to him and he's not even giving you the same thing back. So
yeah, the bare minimum.
someone being having money is it, but generosity is the key.
all right. So Penny, you ain't spoken in a minute. I want you to jump in because I got some things to say back to.
So, like, my thing with being broke, I don't technically look at where a guy works or how much money he got because I feel like, okay, let me take that back. Well, you do have to have a job. You have to have J-O-B, job. But my thing is, do you have effort? You know, do you have effort? Do you have resources? You know, because sometimes people go through things. You may not have a job at the time or something like that. But if I'm your helpmate and if you're going through a hard time, can I depend the same way I'm looking out for you? Will you look out for me? You ain't got no job, but can you know how to fix on cars? Can you change my tire if I'm broke down? Can you cook a meal if you know I'm coming in late or I may need help with my kids or something like that? But money, I feel like the men with money, they are like the worst men to deal with because money comes with control. So I tend to always try to build me a nigga. I don't know why. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop
Stop that.
because it's always, I could work with that. No, you can't work with somebody that don't have nothing going for themselves.
Right.
Like I literally had to and I ain't even trying to put my business out there because I know some of their family members might be watching, but he didn't understand. Like, no, nigga, like I can't fuck with you because you don't try. Especially if I'm willing to go out the way to get you to work, get you from work, anything you need, and then after about 3 months, I'm like, hold on, nigga, like what we doing? Where we going? Like, ain't no progress.
3 months. Oh,
3
no,
months,
baby.
like no. So my thing is effort.
That's a long time for me, baby. That's too much.
Yeah, effort is everything to me, and over money anyway.
Yeah, that do make a lot of sense.
So I agree with your position a lot. As a person who's been on all sides of the equation, somebody that makes a decent amount now, but somebody who's been broke before. I've always had a value to myself that came from just other things, whether it was just being able to find the resources to get something done or being able to pay to get it done. I've always been that type of guy. Now, fellas, I know sometimes this is hard to hear, okay? But sometimes you need to sit and listen. I know y'all want to respond, but sometimes we need to listen a little, right? And get some perspective because when everybody is starting to say the same things, because look, she said build a nigga, but I've been saying build a bitch for years, so I can't get mad at her about that. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it, and so it is what it is. But let me get to these comments. First of all, shout out to Kago Clark. I'm just coming back from your I'll let you put that in the comments where you coming back from. And he says, well, of course, now I want to act like it don't want to do it. Yeah, just like he is even deserving of my resources before I start feeling obligated to give them to you. Now, what I will say to that is, okay, what I will say to that is, I think, like Lily said earlier, there should be natural on both sides. You should be willing to do that, and she should be willing to do that. There's a middle ground where you're not giving all of your dollars in the first 5 days that you know somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a middle ground where you don't get access to certain things from her till after a certain period of time. I think we've gotten away from courting.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've
Yeah.
been saying that for the long.
So yes, we do set the tone. Yes. The moment you always have the ability to pull out or just whatever and say no, thank you.
Exactly.
And so that is also where, as a man, you have to weigh the scale of how much do I give so early or whatever. You do have to do that because, especially in today's day and age, shit costs.
Mhm.
All right. So I got to pay my own bills first and foremost.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying my own bills, now I'm doing some things for you. There's a middle ground, and it's not a specific number because the number always differs between people, right?
Right.
And between the person. If you have more yourself than I do, it doesn't make sense for me to give you every single last dollar that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I need to be able to show you that I'm potentially willing to.
Mhm.
If we get together, can I build? Can I grow? Can I become better? If we can get back to that part. But what we do is lust, and women tend to lead with how much I can get about you,
Mm.
right? We got us on both sides.
And a lot of people be who they are from the beginning sometimes. So if you're with someone and you know that they don't make a lot of money or they don't have a job, but you still decide to be with them, and then you're trying to give them that time frame of when you think they should be better or something like that, you knew that they didn't have anything when you
Mhm.
first met them.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you should have thought, do I even want to try with
it.
someone, even if this person might have potential
Right.
to have something down the year? Do I even want to try with them and give them time to grow into this person? Or do I just want a person that's already grown into who they think they are or whatever?
Mhm.
So I think it's rare that we get somebody that is already where we want them to be, or even where they want to be in life. So I do think that some potential is needed in a person, right? But when you're going on 80% potential and only 20% of who they actually are,
Right.
that's when it's a problem. Okay. So met a young lady one time back in the day. I thought she had a lot of potential, but she was still in she was still in her whole phase. You know what I mean? She was still she just wanted to be wild. She just wanted to be out in the streets. That's all she wanted to do. I looked at her. I was trying to be like, what's his name on what's that, Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman? Like I was on some shit like that. I was smitten with the young lady. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, she's smart. We can talk about we was fucking quoting William Shakespeare to each other and shit. You know what I mean? Like this really, for real, this not no joke. Like we to be or not to be? That is the question. While I'm hitting it from the back. You know what I mean? She turning back, quoting the Taming of the Shrew to me. Like we was having a lot of fun. That ended up being. She had the potential to be somebody that I wanted, but she wanted to be with everybody else. So guess what? That wasn't gonna be able to make it. See, I use myself first and foremost. All right.
To see how you realized that and then you got out of the situation.
Eventually.
I think that's a problem that we all have too. Like you will realize that the person is not for you. And instead of just leaving it alone right then and there, you want to drag it on.
Yeah.
And then when it gets dragged on and you're deeper and deeper into the situation, you want to blame the other person because, like if you was to blame her, well, she still didn't want to be in the streets. But you realized that she wanted to be in the streets 2 years ago. And you decided to stick with her to see maybe she might change or maybe, but she was there showing you that she was changing. So I think that's a part of the problem as well. We don't leave when we know that the time is up because the potential, well,
It's still
this
there.
person could be, well, they're not. And they haven't been that for the past 2 years. So
Well, for me, it's because I found out at Tuskegee that she was smashing like 5 of the football players, and she was a cheerleader.
but you said she was wilding in the streets.
So yeah, she was
So she probably was smashing the football players before
She
she
was
even
having the
smashed
time
you.
of her life.
of her life. Well, how you say that? So I had time
I
of
know
my
a girl like that
life.
for college too. She was in it. She just was giving it out.
What you talking about?
Giving it out. She tried to be friends with me one time. I'm sorry. I can't even be friends with you. You just do. You live a totally different life from I do. My mom, she would not approve. She'd be like, Elise, what you doing hanging with that girl?
Now, I want to cover the other side though, since we're here. This ain't even the topic we're supposed to be talking about today, but we're gonna be here as we here. Kago Clark says, "What's crazy is the more successful you are, the harder it is to vet the good from the bad." Because if you're already stable, a lot of times you won't know their true intentions. Now, I can speak from this part too, and I can understand exactly when you start climbing the ladder, when you start getting successful in certain things, even if it's a specific thing, people do kind of see you, and then they try to go after you because of what they see, and the true intentions are either could be clout or could be just because now view you as somebody because they feel you got a few dollars in your pocket. So that's another side to consider. People do that all the time.
That's why you gotta have discernment.
You know, a lot of times when we date, we should date people on our level. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't want to sound like,
Make it plain. Just make it plain.
so I just feel like if I'm working a certain particular job in a particular job bracket, right?
Right.
Then this the type of people or person that I should be dating, or for me personally, I like to be around people that has a little more than me because it motivates me to get more and to have more, right? So I'm not saying that all I'm saying is if you right here or right here, you shouldn't be dating somebody way down here.
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying? Or it's okay if he's right here and you right there, because if you see that potential, you know what I'm saying, then y'all can't build from there. You get what I'm saying? So we have to be mindful, and like y'all already said before, we be looking at the wrong shit. We be looking on the outer shell.
Yeah.
And then when you go to their inner shell, they ain't got shit. They on an air mattress. It look like they in a trap house.
That's why you gotta get to know people. You have to.
Really
Or she real pretty and all dolled up, but her kitchen ain't clean. Her bathroom can't. You know what I'm saying? She not clean.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I could be thinking with your lustful eyes instead of actually thinking for the future and what will be best for you.
And it is sometimes people be putting that wool. They will pretend, and then you got to see that too. So it ain't always just leading with your dick. Now it ain't always that. Sometimes people put a good show. You know what I mean? We want to consider that. Some situations we need to consider that for all of them.
Yeah. Be all situations.
Yeah, you really have to ask the right questions, listen to what people is saying, the way that they're saying it, and really hear them out, because a lot of people will tell you exactly who they are. You can't hide it for too long.
Yep.
So if you're not really paying attention, you'll miss out on it.
All right. We done beat that one to death, y'all. We done beat it to death and woke it back up and knocked it out again. Now we're going to go to, can loyalty be unhealthy? Now I want y'all to, I know as soon as we hear loyalty, the first thing we go to, come on, where we go to, y'all? All right, that's the first thing we go to. We go to
I think about family.
Stuff to say. I'm talking about all types of ships right now. All right, friendships, relationships, family, all of that. This is a total encompassing conversation, y'all. Can loyalty be unhealthy? All right. So, Jazz, as you say you had so much on this one, shoot, go ahead.
Okay, so when I think about loyalty, yeah, I do think about all the ships, but primarily I think about because I feel like family will uphold you, and some people are they wrong and they doing, and some people feel like because the family got their back or whatever and uphold them and they bullshit, they can continue to do it, so they never take accountability of their wrongdoings. And see, I'm the type of person, I'm not a biased person. I believe in right and I believe in wrong. Just like for instance, like if my son did something wrong, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, he's just the greatest son ever and stuff like that. A lot of people be like, these people just they don't see no wrong in nobody.
Mhm.
But this person might be around him breaking in folk cars and doing unobstructed stuff, but you upholding them and they wrong, and they'll never feel like they need to be accountable or held up for the wrong that they're doing, so they can grow and so they can get better as an individual.
Mhm.
So when I think about that, by loyalty itself, for me, I feel like it's right and wrong. I don't feel like just because this person might be family member, you owe that 100% loyalty to them,
Mm.
or you might have a friendship with a person, that just because you know this person for so long or whatever, that it's automatically that way. But if a person is wrong, a person is wrong. If the person is right, it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And when you talk about family, that is a big one because
Yeah.
family will do the most heinous things. And the moment that you speak on them or speak on it,
wrong when you
or the
speak on
moment
it.
you tell them they're wrong, then it's like there's a problem. And, there's a thing where, how you are on people's side in public and you
Right.
correct them in private. Okay, I agree with that, but also kind of to a certain extent too, because if you're doing something that you know is deliberately wrong in public, I'm not finna be wrong with you.
Exactly.
Because you know what you're doing. And now you trying to bring me down all because we're family. No. So I feel like loyalty can really be the most unhealthiest when you're dealing with someone that doesn't display the qualities of someone you should be loyal to, if that makes sense.
And then loyalty with family too, with a lot of Black families, because you hear that a lot. Oh, but it's still family. That's still your auntie, that's still your uncle. But what about the kids that have been molested or something? And they take it and sweep it under the rug because that's still uncle or that's still auntie, and that's unhealthy because that person has to still grow up. Seeing that person every day, knowing what they did to them, knowing that your other family now you really feel unloved because your other family is basically covering it up. And then that causes you to go out here into the world and you can't even you're really messed up, to be for real, because of loyalty. So then you still end up being loyal to all the wrong people. You start meeting the wrong friends, just wrong people anyway. And you feel like you have to you owe them that loyalty because you've been groomed like that all the way up from a child. Family can really be the worst when it comes to loyalty.
All y'all went yet?
Mhm.
Okay. Shay, how you feel about
Yes.
can loyalty be unhealthy?
Yes. I feel like, well, I'm gonna just speak for me personally. I really do feel like it can really just throw you off being loyal to the wrong person. I'm gonna explain this. Okay, pretty much. Okay, you're being loyal to somebody and you're giving and giving and giving. They're not reciprocating it back, and then it comes to just like now that you're not going nowhere, they walk all over you at the end of the day. Then you just gonna that's when you start losing yourself. And I'm trying not to cuss. Watch my mouth.
Fuck shit ass goddamn.
Oh,
You-
okay, my bad.
You're the podcast, girl. This ain't radio.
Area. I just didn't know what to do. But no, for real. I do feel like it can be unhealthy. Only like, especially like they were all saying, if you being loyal to the wrong person, honestly. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I truly think that loyalty can be unhealthy. All right. I'm gonna start with family first. Right now, I'm gonna give a personal. I got this going on right now. My grandmother is battling with basically dementia and seeing things. Don't know exactly what that's called. What's what we're seeing?
Oh.
She's seeing
Hallucination.
delusions and hallucinations and stuff. And my our caregiver. So I was trying to help out and do some things or whatnot, trying to show my loyalty. My grandmother is old school, and you're always a child, no matter how old you get.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So seeing that child that she used to spank and whatever, trying to help her, and I have to put a caveat in there. There's a antagonistic relationship between her and my mom, and it's a generational curse that was passed down between my mom and me for a time, which we have broken, and I didn't take to my kids. But my point is there's a lot of family trauma.
Mhm.
So I was there trying to help. Well, the moment I did something that she didn't like, which was, hey, grandma, you can't go around here. This is a restricted area. We're in a hospital. She started getting real irate. She started getting to the point of, she said, you're not as invincible as you think you are. And she looked at me in my face and I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, if you don't let me do what I want to do, I'm going to say that you touched me.
What?
I'm not coming back, Grand.
Wait a minute.
Mm.
This just happened 2 days ago.
No, now you on your. I'm not coming back at all.
Exactly.
That's not.
So-
That's way out the base.
So
Yeah.
give me a
that's
second.
not even-
Too-
That's over the line.
That-
You know what I mean?
Hold on, give me a second. So luckily we were in the hospital at the time. There's plenty of cameras around. I literally pointed and did a flag to the cameras like, hey, wait. So y'all can easily come to a date stamp. Then I said, we got the security, and I said, I can't be here anymore. After what was said, I'm not gonna risk it at all.
Right.
I don't know if you're gonna say I punched you, touched you, whatever this you was gonna try to say, I just can't. So then my uncle decided to give me a text and was like, hey, she was just out of her mind and all of that stuff. It's okay. And then he wanted me to do something with him the next day. I was like, I can't trust that my best interests are in there. You know what I'm saying? I've got family. I've got too much other stuff going on. I
Mhm.
can't. And so my loyalty to y'all, I can't do it. It's unhealthy. I can't be the grandson that y'all want me to be with that type of stuff hanging over heads and stuff like that. I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
able to
I
do it.
love-
You finna say she threatened to hit you. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, but that is
No.
I love y'all, but I just can't put myself in a situation like that and I jeopardize my livelihood.
Exactly.
And my
From a
lifestyle.
distance.
That was just too much right there.
Mhm.
Way
Yeah.
too.
I can't do that.
Crazy.
In relationships, right?
Gonna happen to
It happens. It sucks, but you got to realize you got to keep going, and can't let it affect you too much. You have times when you can break down and you can do it. That wasn't a moment. You know what I mean? Got too much going on at this moment. The next thing got sidetracked, y'all. Excuse me. Relationship wise, I think we can be loyal to a fault. In especially those of us who maybe grew up with two-parent households or saw positive relationships and this is how it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? And sometimes we stay in relationships too long because that loyalty to that situation, right? Not necessarily that person, but even if it's duty to children or duty to whatever the situation is, we stay because that is what society has told us that we're supposed to do. Our loyalty to the situation can cause us to stay. And that's a tough one.
It
Yeah.
really
Because
is.
that's actually, in my opinion, that's one of the most difficult ones because I know for me, in one of my prior relationships, my son's mother, right? That was very difficult. That break was very, very difficult because my father was very staunch on you're a man, you're gonna take care of your kids, you're gonna whatever. And the way that you take care of your kids is that you're there with the woman that you have the kid with, and that is what you do.
Mhm.
he was staunch on that. He's like, I don't care. I don't care. If you decided to marry her, you decided to have a kid with her, that's who you gonna be with.
Yep.
That's your. So on his deathbed, he had to apologize to me about the situation when he was like, hey man, I understand why you left. But how I was raised was this, this, and this.
Right.
And I didn't want you to be leaving just because you wanted to go run the streets. But I didn't know how to communicate that to you.
He thought you had different intentions.
Yeah. He was like, oh,
Mhm.
you know, I just think you just trying to be out here just smashing and fucking. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what he was thinking. Shout out to our AC Arthasha. Oh, I done said a real name. Lord have mercy. Anyways, shout out to Lady Blue, y'all. My bad. She in the building, man. In the building. Excuse me. And shout out to Miss Diggs, Kelly Diggs, the mother of one of our podcasters here. Hey, mama. Shout out to 3 Shades of Black. So that's what we got for that one. So I'm gonna do some seat arrangements on these next two. Jazz, if you would come over here. If you would move to the middle. Sky, if you would get on there on the edge, please. Well, matter of fact, right? I'm sorry. If you would come sit in the middle and you would get on the edge. My apologies. I wasn't thinking.
This seat warm.
This is a commercial break. All right.
You smell good.
Thank you.
All right. We gotta change. Everybody is still here in the building. All right, we're gonna touch this healing one real quick. This one won't be too long, and because we got one coming up. We got some fire for you coming up. But this one is healing is cool, but are we growing? Right? Lady Blue was supposed to be here.
What happened, Lady Blue? Where you at?
She had to arrest somebody right at the end of her shift.
Oh man.
So that paperwork running long. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like I told y'all earlier, man, the jobs is more important than this. Kids got to be fed. You got to handle what you got to handle. All right. So healing is cool, but are we growing? Where did this come from? We got a lot of armchair psychologists, right? They want to talk about all these terms and narcissism and what's another big hot button one that they talk about now? It's just a lot of different. Give me a psychology term that people saying online all the time now.
That's all I hear is narcissist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
narcissist,
Yeah, and just it's like, okay,
emotional intelligence.
there you go.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
one.
one that
Yeah.
everybody's talking about. EQ, right? This is the thing. Healing is great. We should always be healing, right? Always.
Mhm.
But are we growing from it, right? Because I keep seeing people get into relationships after they supposedly have healed, but they keep making the same mistake over
Yep.
and over and over and over again, right? Lily, you said earlier, right? Why is people keep making the same mistakes over and over again, right? This, I believe, in my opinion, is one of them. But before I go and say everything, we're gonna Sky, you jump in here and you talk to me. How you feel about that?
Well, in my opinion, if you have healed from something, then you have overcame whatever obstacle that was. So if we're going back to like what Lily's saying, if people continue to repeat the same pattern over and over, you didn't heal.
You didn't heal.
You didn't heal and you didn't grow. Because if you healed from it, then you would have move on and you wouldn't be repeating the same cycle.
I had to do that applause on that one.
Healing, they're just
I think they just
Right.
like that term. Like I'm in my healing process and you really not in your healing process. You just
I think they're just learning how to cope with things.
right.
In a better way.
Turn the mic towards you,
My bad. You
and
really
then
just,
when you need it, either one of those, please.
but yeah, you just pretty much pushing, I guess, the feelings or whatever away. Sometimes it be for that person or whatever. But I mean, if you like she said, if you really gonna do the healing work, you gonna grow. Because once you heal, you put action towards like whatever it is that you healed from, and then you grow from it. So if you like you were saying, like in relationships or whatever, if you get into one relationship, if you leave one relationship for a reason, then you say, okay, I think I'm ready for another relationship, healed from it. Then you get back in that the same, like a different relationship, and then now you're triggered. And then now you're acting out in a certain way or whatever. It's only because you haven't healed and you haven't really grown from it.
Or you also, and then you also didn't recognize what triggered you or made you feel that way. That's why you keep falling back into the same cycle.
Yeah.
And see, I also believe in spirits, and I'm God fearing, but to me, when it comes to healing, when you jump into those same relationships or those same friendships or those same situations, sometimes that's God sending a test your way to see, have you learned your lesson? Have you truly healed? And I was also told, I went to a seminar or something with the church, and they were saying, from the time you're born, you're assigned a demon. Like they're already watching you from the time you come to this earth to try to stop you from doing what you were meant to do. And whether it comes in the form of a man or a woman or whatever the case may be. But once you start healing, you have that spirit of discernment to where I know what this looks like. I'm not going that route. Like I've came too far to even revert back to where I just came from.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all gonna have me breaking down the spirituals. I just can't give up now. Go too far.
I think also people confuse time with healing as well.
Definitely.
Because if you are in a relationship and the relationship is traumatic and you wait 3 years before you get in another relationship, but you never worked on yourself, you never figured out your triggers or anything of the sort, when you get into that new relationship, you're not going to even know how to let that person know what you like or what you don't like or this or that, because you never even took the time out to see where the root of the problem was. You just thought that waiting 3 years was going to make you feel better, and then it was going to just help you along the way, but you didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's that old saying, time heals all wounds. No, the fuck it don't.
No, it don't.
That's part of a series that I'm going to be doing, sayings that ain't necessarily true. Yeah, I've been doing that on the radio, 98.3 The Beat. I'm going to bring that to the podcast because there's a lot of shit we say and you be like, fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, just like sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me.
Like, yes, words do hurt. Like, if you say something that makes me mad, that hurts.
Well, I guess we got a consensus on that. Yeah, shit, yeah, the word be hurt. Shit. I'm gonna act like they don't. I'm going in the back, be like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. What you got for me? Who hasn't went on healing? Jazz, what you got for me?
So for
Speaking to the
healing,
mic, Carolyn.
I say that I think it's important for everybody to heal. Whether it's from childhood trauma, relationships, or whatever. And you had to take that time out for yourself and analyze the whole situation and analyze yourself before you connect with other people. And when it comes to relationships, I feel that a lot of people think that they're healing or they're healed, but they're just masking it. So when they get in a relationship, it automatically fails, or they try to find a way to manipulate the situation. But I really feel like people should take time out to heal for themselves on all kinds of trauma, no matter if it's a relationship, childhood trauma, or whatever that may be, because everybody go through things. And when you're in a relationship with somebody and you bring up, both of y'all got y'all own stuff going on, it's never going to work if y'all have not surpassed none of this stuff that y'all been through. Especially trying to build something with somebody is never going to work that way.
And you can't heal without forgiveness. You have to be willing to honestly and genuinely forgive in order to heal.
Okay, I'm gonna read Lady Blue, the certified. What is she? Oh, have mercy. She's a counselor. She's a certified counselor, right? People may grow from that one aspect of what they're healing from, but they might not be growing as a entire person. Right. She also says grief has no time limit. Right. So when we're hurt about a situation or whatnot. Now, what I would like to add to this now, I ain't certified or nothing, but I'm just gonna tell you some real shit. Okay. When we start talking about healing and all of that, right? Well, first let me get to the other comment. You can heal in a relationship. I can't agree with you have to be alone. Okay. She said you can heal while you're in the process of another relationship. Okay.
From your old
Ooh. That what's up. I wish you was here.
I was
to-
gonna
to
ask
do
a
that.
question to that. Something like that. Okay. So you know how we have these love stories, these love movies like Diary of a Mad Black Woman and the other Tyler Perry movie with your girl Jill Scott in it, right?
Yeah.
Those are
Why you bring up my boo like that? Yo,
those
chill.
are those are that type of examples that Lady Blue is talking about. Yeah. Like somebody love you through your
healing
trauma,
journey,
your
yeah.
healing journey.
Because when she was with Charles,
Yeah.
she had to throw Charles in that water because Christina's gone. Yeah. Christina took all your money and she
Right.
left. Little tramp like she is. Come on. No meat, just a little lettuce and tomato. Please. Helen. That was her name, right? Helen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if she eventually found true love with the
And she
guy,
almost missed it too.
yeah,
She had to go to his job.
yeah,
Somebody asked me again. No, you should say yes the first time he asked you.
yeah,
She said, yes, sis. That's exactly what she's talking about.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, what I would like to say is let's not just stop with I know what my trigger is, right? A lot of people just stop there. Okay, I know that this happened to me, right?
Mhm.
Now I know that that's a problem, but there's more to it. Now, what are you going to do? How are you actually going to heal? What are you going to do after the fact? You know what I mean? Like, I know that's my trigger, right? But now I have to work on one, not putting myself around that anymore. That's on me because I can't control what you guys say or what you guys do. I can control where I'm at. But then I can also work on myself so that when the trigger does come, I can be more amenable to not let it trigger me, right?
Mhm.
Because now that once you know something is your problem, the problem is people know it's their problem, but they still let it affect them, right? Okay, if I'm a gambler, right? Why the fuck I'm gonna be at the casino? You know what I mean? Why am I going to be downloading the apps to go on there and then trying to get a fix like that? I'm gonna bet on the basketball game. LeBron gonna hit 4 threes today, which he ain't. But anyway, you know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna do that. But guess what? If I happen to take a drive out to Mississippi and I go by a place and it's there, I can just go past and not stop because I know it's coming, or I know I've told myself that that's it. And that's the thing. We'll have these triggers, but we'll just still wallow them. And then we want to use that as our excuse to do what the hell that we did.
Yeah.
Well, I got anger issues. How many since I'm in a room full of women, how many men that use it as an excuse? I got anger issues. I got anger
Yeah.
issues. I got anger issues.
Mhm.
Nigga,
Yeah.
okay, you got anger issues. That's
I
fine.
do too.
But guess what?
That you can take to fix your anger.
Yeah.
You don't have
You
to
don't have
just
to
be an
be
angry
like,
person
yeah.
all the time.
Now, am I saying it's easy? No, it's not. But when it comes to, you don't put your hands on somebody or you done did all this, bruh, you 35 years old, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You don't got that excuse I'm a teenager or I'm even in my early 20s, which is still not an excuse. But you don't have that excuse of these are my first times coming through these type of situations. Okay, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Let's flip it. Okay, yeah, you got anger issues too, right? You know what I'm saying? You say that. Why you keying that man goddamn car up, bro? Why you doing all that stuff? Why you
Busting out the
destroying shit?
windows.
Why you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get it.
That's what they say.
I get it. You're mad. You're upset. But it's also a way to handle yourself because if you go and you do the same thing on the other side, then it's not fair. Or you done took a knife and you done stabbed him. Now you on Lifetime on what is it called? Yeah, on Snap.
And then people, even when people do the stuff to get the revenge or whatever, they still never be satisfied after that. Even if
Mhm.
you go and you key his car or you bust his window, you're still gonna be mad after you key his car and
Yeah,
bust his windows.
And I think that has stopped me from doing a lot of things because I used to be so rah, you know, so ready to fight with a nigga, anything, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna show you today. But then it was
Mhm.
just like after I did all this and whatever triggered me, guess what? I still feel the same way because it don't change what happened, what he did, what he said. Now here I am in the back of a police car. and-
Or sometimes it wasn't exactly what you thought. Now,
Yeah.
I know y'all's situations. It was the guy was wrong. I know it.
Not all the
Yeah.
time.
All of y'all,
Sometimes
it
we
was the
be a
guy was
little
wrong.
delulu.
Okay. No, we're not going to admit that here because you know what I'm saying? It's only one of me. I need about 4 more. Yeah, I'm not about to get done. No. But sometimes it wasn't that serious as you made it, or you kind of already knew what you was getting into in the first place.
Mhm.
But so anyway,
That's
I'm
why
just
I
gonna
be
touch
leaving.
that water and then go.
Mhm.
That's why I be leaving.
Get
I don't key
gone.
no one's car. I'm not busting nobody's window. I'm just gonna not talk to you.
I
Mhm.
bust
that's
the
gonna hurt you
windows out
way
your
more than it hurt me.
car.
Yep.
And people be saying, "Oh, it's hard to leave. It's hard to leave." No, it ain't. Not for me.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
would leave quick.
I used to fight. I ain't never like bust no windows out, but nigga, we gonna fight.
Yep. That was me.
Question:
Yep.
how many of y'all has hit a guy before he hit you? Jad, if you don't pick up your motherfucking hand, Jad, don't be sitting here lying. All
I,
right.
I know, I know,
Yeah,
I
that
know.
was my
Molly
thing.
walked
You
my
don't
baby
talk to me a
daddy a
certain
couple
way.
times.
It's kind of like if you've
Yeah.
already been in an abusive relationship,
Man,
you're prepared just in case. My thing, I'm gonna get you before you get me. That's the mentality. If you've been in an abusive relationship, so if you already in my arms reach and you walking up on me and you're extremely upset, I'm gonna go ahead and pop you real quick because you're not gonna get the best of me.
I
'Cause
think
once
you
get me
know.
real good, I'm a woman.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
toxic
a-
relationships. I done been in abusive relationships. So if you've been abused and stuff, then yeah, that's just out of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, for me, if
Hold
you
on, let
even
Lily go
raise
ahead.
your voice too high, it don't even have to get to a physical altercation. If you raising your voice too high, I'm already done talking to you. Because obviously you're too bad to have a conversation. And it's not going to get escalated anymore because ain't nobody going to hit me. I never been in that situation. No. The moment you get too mad and you getting too rowdy, let's just talk tomorrow. So you can calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm learning to stay there. I don't stay in that place all the time because, you know, as women, a lot of times we feel like we got to have the last word, you know, so, and it don't always work out that you got the last word.
Well, for me, I'm an arguer. So and I told y'all this before.
I don't like to
And
argue.
whether, I understand it's not popular, but I'm arguing. We gonna sit here and debate the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's cool. You have your opinion, but we can be up in here. I don't have a problem with that. That's just me. You can call it sassy. You can call it whatever. Defend your point. I got my book. What's up? Here go my 5 points. Here we go. All right. Why do people want to change? Comfort level, da. And I literally do that. And people don't like that because they're so used to kind of just the emotions, part. But I'm gonna come through.
Is that really arguing though? Like, or are you? Does it seem like you're the type that will try to do something to come to an understanding if you're coming with notes?
I mean, I'm coming with notes, but I'm coming with notes to be petty. I'm just being honest. The intent behind it is pettiness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm petty.
He coming to prove a point.
Yeah. I'm being real. Oh, and listen, one of my high school homegirls that could verify, she laughing and I didn't even know she was in Savagely Tailor Made. She know I argue back and forth. Me and her, we've been arguing back and forth since we've been 16 years old. So, 15. She know we're gonna debate it. It don't matter. We sit on the pew on the porch or whatever, getting out of school and be talking about what happened at school. That's just who I am. It's part of who I am. I don't mind it. I've been on some podcasts and I've been around some people. They say some things, sassy stuff. And if you go back and forth and okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But I can give you notes about why you're wrong though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, but yeah. So that's on that one. This next topic. All right. We're gonna do this We're gonna do this in order. All right, this next topic is, should your wardrobe, I changed it up a little bit, but it's still the same thing. Should your wardrobe determine how you're looked at? Right. So
You want to start?
Who's starting it?
So
She act like she
I
want to
would-
start.
I need to put my caveats out here before we have this conversation. All right. If some people want to use their personal lives, okay, we're not going to delve into anybody too deeply. We're going to speak as far as we're going to keep this respectful. Comments, we're going to keep everything respectful. Everybody's going to be allowed to have their say and say how they feel. Hashtag petty gang. That's what's up. All right. Okay. We gonna start off with Pina. All right. She the new one here. And gonna get you your first word on this one. How do you feel? Should your wardrobe determine how you're looked at, or originally we had it as, does it determine your character?
It should not determine how you are looked at or your character. But when I was younger, and that was an argument between me and my family all the time, how I dressed. Because I felt like I'm fine. I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. That don't determine who I am as a person. Because when you actually get to meet me, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm generous. I have all these great attributes about myself. But as I started healing and becoming a more mature woman, I realized what my mother and my grandmother and my aunties were telling me, because that is exactly how I attracted all the wrong men. Dressing completely just, I never wore clothes. I'm talking about all the time. And now when I go back and I look at these baby daddies and ex-boyfriends, and it's just like, yeah, I attracted what I got. And I should have been, I felt like if I dressed more modest, or even to how I wanted to be treated, I would have attracted that type of man. So that's why now that I'm older, I kind of watch. I make sure a little cleavage here or there. For the most part, you won't see me dressing how I used to dress, because I don't want to go down that road anymore. And most of the time, that's what's going to get the attention. And I also used to be the same chicks on Facebook, why you in my DM? Why you in my inbox? You in my inbox, my DM, because what I got on and what I'm posting. But mentally, I didn't think like that because I was immature. It was always, I don't care what nobody say. I know who I am. No, that wasn't the case. I attracted based off how I dressed.
Okay. I need to say this
Clock it.
to the fellas. Don't nobody owe you shit, no matter what. Let me make sure I put that out there. Don't nobody owe you a damn thing. No matter how she is looking or she is dressed, she does not owe you anything. And I need that to sit, and I need that y'all to understand that. There are too many grapes going on.
Yeah.
There are too many just evil things out in this world right now. And I want to address that as a man, and we shouldn't be tolerating it going on. All right. We've got to check some of the conversations that we're having. Some of them. I'm going to get to the other ones, but some of them. We got to stop saying that if she hadn't, then that wouldn't. We've got to stop that. All right. Lily, go ahead.
I've been waiting for this topic, in fact. Okay, so everyone who knows me knows I dress very promiscuous. I've always have since I was in my late teens. So I feel like you should not be perceived by the way you dress, but I also feel like if you know that you dress a certain way, you cannot be confused when people try to perceive you a certain way. Because people approach me all the time, and when I hear them talk, I know, okay, this is what he wants. He's only talking to me because I'm like this, or he's only talking to me because I'm dressed like that. And I know that because of the way he talks, the way that he compliments you. If someone is always complimenting you and they're talking about the way your body is shaped, or your boobs or your butt, they don't like you. They only like your body. versus if someone is talking about, oh, your hair or your makeup, your face, then like, oh, maybe they actually like me. Maybe they actually think that I'm pretty or whatever. So you have to know yourself if you're going to dress any type of way. Even the people who maybe dress like emo or goth, people be thinking that they're all dark and they're scary. Maybe she just likes black. You never know. So you just have to know yourself, and you have to not be easily offended when somebody looks at the way that you dress and perceives you a certain way.
Okay. What you got, son? What you got, son?
Well, y'all know how I dress. I don't be
How do you dress?
like I have confidence. I don't care what nobody got to say. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna be busting out the seams in my stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I dress how I dress, but like she was saying too, like I understand what my grandma and them was saying growing up, because it was always like, you want to cover yourself as a lady, because like men, they gonna look at you and all they gonna want from you is sex. Like my grandma and them used to tell me that. And then like, I was always kept in growing up. Like I was the only girl and the oldest. So like I got out the house late. So when I got out the house, I was doing whatever I wanted to do. I was dressing like what they call the poster girl outfits. I was like all types of stuff. Cleavage out. And I mean, I got a little out today, but like
Yeah, you do.
I do.
But
When you said I don't be busting out the scenes, respectfully, if you look at the
Really,
camera,
I'm talking
everybody
about
looked
busting
at
out the
me.
seams.
Now, I
exactly.
hear you, but
So-
we're gonna be able to go back and clip it. When the moment you said it, most of the people looked up at the screen, and I just tried to like look down.
yeah,
That much.
I was.
But I get
Busting
what you're
out the
saying.
seams is
I get
if she wears a size large and she goes into the store and gets an extra small.
I get
That's
it.
busting out the seam, not just because she wears short shorts or the cleavage is so. The outfit she got on right now, it fits her to perfection, not busting out the seams. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta listen to what we're saying.
We're
I mean, 'cause at the
listening.
same time too, like
Two
I know how
things
to
could be
dress all the
right
way up
at
and
the
still
same
give that.
time.
So it's like it don't matter, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's just like I know how to like give sex appeal without being half naked too. So it's just like it don't matter. So like I said, I don't think it should define like your characteristics or whatever he was saying, but yeah, I dress how I dress, and everybody know. Like when people even see me, they be like, "Oh, I thought you was a bitch." Like when they first see me, because like maybe the way I dress or the way I look. But when
No,
they
it's your
meet,
face.
it's my face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was like, I don't know what it is, but like when everybody meet me, y'all know I'm like I'm shy for the most part. I'm quiet. I mind my business, and I'm a cool person. Like I don't do drama. I don't do the negative shit. Yes,
Did
I
you
am.
see how I looked at her?
I am shy. Yes, I was.
I can't tell. Yeah.
Well, on the
Y'all
podcast,
did.
as a podcaster, you're not. So we'll say it like that. You do your
Well, I'm
thing,
comfortable
girl.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the beginning,
they
I
wasn't there for issue one.
I don't think I would.
Because I tell you, that was the day. It was just you two, right?
Mhm.
And at the Macon Road one, where across
Yeah,
from
the
where your
first-
friend was at. Yep, and we talked about makeup and not getting with somebody that does certain things when you already know, like they do makeup or they do whatever. That was that episode. Yep, you did. You came in doing your thing. Now, Jazz, talk to me. How you feel?
It's kind of like a catch-22 for me. I'm in the lines with Pina because I'm almost 40 years old. And shut up.
Whatever. No.
41.
I had to learn how to be sexy and accept my flaws and to be confident and to be comfortable with myself in order to even I don't even think about other people when I go out. I always think about me. And I used to always listen to what people say, oh, she dressing like this to get attention, or she want all the eyes on her. But I dress for me. Sometimes I want to dress myself up and just compliment myself, love on me. And I feel like now some girls, some females, it be too much. Some stuff it need to be for the bedroom. Like
Mhm.
if you going out, your nipples showing, you got coochie out, butt out. I'm like some stuff need to be in the bedroom. And I feel like some things need to be drawn to the imagination, but now it's like it's all
Everything out
it's
in the open.
all out there. You ain't even got to go to the strip club to see no ass and titties. It's out there.
Yeah.
So it's like now, and it seems like it's because it's so much out there and it's so much on the display. It's hard to really find a person with substance because it automatically put people in the mind of just sex. Yes, I know sex sells, and we as adults, we want to have sex or whatever, but it's like this how?
Oh, can I say
What else?
You know how I think you also have to think about the way a person is shaped. Because me, for an example, I was not as like plump as I am now. I was really skinny, toothpick, if you will. And when I used to dress the way that I still dress now, no one ever bat an eyelash. No one ever thought about anything. No one ever told me I was dressing promiscuous, nothing. But I had nothing, flat, all over. So no one, I guess I really didn't have nothing for no one to be trying to look at. Now that you have something, it's like people have something to say. But so is the problem that I was dressing promiscuous, or is the problem that I have a nice butt?
Because I went through that all through high school at Central, to be exact. Because like up there, like everybody, I keep forgetting I'm on live, but it be the girls up there that's not thick, and they be wearing shorts that don't, be
They
above the
never get
knees
sent home.
and never get sent
I
home.
was
But
getting
I used to
sent home.
always get in trouble because I would wear tights. It'll be like, do you have a longer shirt, or can you wrap your hoodie around? Or I got written up one time for like my tights. Oh no, it was my shorts, and they came up to right here, and she was just like, well, if they're not past your fingertips, then or something like that. And she wrote me up, and I was just like,
above your
And I got long
I seen the
arms. How you
same
gonna
girls
measure
wearing the
me?
same stuff I got on, and why am I the one getting called out? Because I'm shaped the way I'm shaped at a young age. I get it, but y'all
wasn't
shouldn't
your
be.
fault.
It's not my fault.
You didn't ask to be thick. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mississippi, you feel me?
Oh, it's okay to be sexy, and it's okay to be confident, and it's okay to be, in your feminine. But I just feel like some things just be a little bit too outrageous. It just be like, nah.
I feel like you don't have to be revealing all the time.
I really feel like you just sometimes you have to get out of that little girl stage and actually become a woman. So you're gonna attract a man, instead of attract a nigga.
A young nigga.
YNs.
Them YNs. I mean, I love me a good little YN, but for fun purposes only. That's it.
Okay, so this is what I got to say about all this. So in my opinion, how you dress is a reflection of yourself because it's an expression of you, right? So to a certain extent, yes, it determines your character or whatever because you're expressing yourself through fashion, right? As a former 304. Okay. Yes, if you are dressing like a hoe, you gonna attract hoe shit.
Yeah.
Regardless. And you may be a nice lady. You may be a nice lady, but you can't be out here saying, I'm this way, but you're portraying something totally different every time you walking out the door. Like it's like, are you not this person or are you? Do you want the whole shit or you don't want the whole shit? You want the nigga shit or do you want the gentleman? Right. Because what you're putting out there is not what you're going to attract. And then you get upset.
That's the part that gets me. The people that get mad.
You get upset because you're not getting that Prince Charming. You get what I'm saying?
We have a comment. We have back in them KOD days.
You know it. But yeah.
What does KOD stand for?
King of Diamonds.
What is that? Is that a playing card?
It's a strip club.
Oh,
yes,
oh,
back
okay.
in my KOD
Y'all,
days.
I'm sorry.
why I was gonna say Call of Duty, even though that's not even
Clip that.
And to add on, like, I know as women, right, when we are feeling low about ourselves and we want to feel good about ourselves, we come across this energy called the dark energy, right?
Mhm.
And that is the promiscuousness or the revealingness, because we feel empowered by our bodies, and because it is empowering, because our bodies are powerful, right? But going through the stuff that I went through, like the abuse in relationships and the trauma and stuff, that's how I overcame a lot of stuff, through the whole shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's through the whole shit. And I don't like when women say, "Oh well, I dress for me," and it's like you saying, yeah, you dressing for you, but you also want the attention too.
Mhm.
It's the
And
attention.
it's crazy that you'll be in denial. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
you're
about
in
the
denial,
attention,
but
it
it's
is.
whether it's the good attention or bad
bad
attention.
attention.
Because if
Mhm.
this is if you see a dude, I ain't even gonna call him a nigga. If you see a dude, right, and he very well put together, he dressed or whatever, and he compliments you, not even no hypersexual or anything, then you're gonna feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of attention that you want.
Hold on. Respond to what you want to respond to.
I am gonna have to disagree with that for the simple
Which
fact
one?
of
Which part?
I dress like the way I dress for me. I like the way I dress. I like looking in the mirror and seeing myself in what I wear. Being skinny, like really, really skinny, and then being built like how I am now, I did not know the attention that your body gets
Mhm.
because I didn't have that body as a young girl. I heard girls talk about it, but it wasn't me. So it was just like, oh, well, you're.
May I
you're
ask
thi-
you a question?
Hold on.
And
Hold on 1 second. Continue.
So when you say that, like, yeah, you get attention with the way that you dress, but I get attention no matter what I have on. So if I'm dressing like if I want the most attention from guys, I would not even do all of this. I would have on some regular shorts, a t-shirt, hair, and a ponytail. No makeup, no lashes, no lip gloss. That's when I get the most attention. You think like this, oh, because I look sexy. No, I get the most attention when I look regular with no effort in it. I just rolled out of bed and boom. So I agree with what you're saying for the type of person that might live that life. But for people like me, I don't dress the way I dress to get attention from men. I like when the little girls point to me.
I'm
"Mommy,
not
I wanna-"
not saying
go ahead.
just for men. Like, I'm talking about just attention, period.
Mm.
Whether it's from men, whether it's from women, a old woman, white woman, old black woman, you like, it's the attention because it makes you feel good to get compliments. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have on what you have on, or whether you have on a jeans, a t-shirt, it doesn't matter. But I do want to ask you something, and this is not an attack on you or your spirituality. This is just a question. If you like the way you dress, and you are beautiful, and I like your dress code and your wardrobe, but if that's the case, right, and you feel so comfortable in it, why don't you go to church like that?
Okay, so the reason why I don't dress the way I dress at church is not for me. It's for other people that might be struggling with things that if someone's struggling with lust and they come to church and they see me with my butt hanging out or my boobs hanging out, they will be distracted from the word because they're too busy focusing on me. When I go to church, I don't want nobody to focus on me. I want them to focus on the word and getting that from God. In the Bible, it talks about that too. It doesn't say nothing about like the wardrobe, but it's saying like, if something that you're doing is causing your brother to stumble, then like basically don't do it. So if I know that people who come to church might not be saved, they might be dealing with lust, or they might be dealing with homosexuality, or they might be dealing with whatever the case may be, I'm not going to put myself in church to give somebody a reason to get their focus off of that and be focused on me.
Okay. With that being said, though, so are you only thinking about other people while you in church? What about when you're outside of church?
Well, when
In the
you're
real
outside of
world.
church, there might be people in the world that does have problems, but if they're not trying to fix their problems, then that don't have nothing to do with me.
But your whole point was you dress for that for people that's in the church, but people that don't go to church that are struggling with things, working on things. You get what I'm
Are
saying?
they trying to work on it through God, or are they just trying to work on it through themselves?
It don't matter what part.
Let me interject on that point. So however you work on them is working on them.
Mhm.
We just talked about therapy earlier, and we didn't really reference God much in that. So I think in that case, I would say working on it, however you work on it is how you work on it. Now, you believe in God 100%. I do too. Everybody doesn't. And so, but in general, if you're trying to work on it, it doesn't matter if it's in the church or not. I would like to jump in here because I heard some great points. That was a very great point, I think, that you made about in church, the reason why you dress a certain way at church.
Mhm.
Now, I got some in my notes about that actually, and I want to get to it because it's in a different. So the question I was going to ask is, if wardrobe truly doesn't matter to people, then why do we dress different in certain situations? Church is one, court, job interviews, weddings, business meetings. So to me, the answer to that question is there are certain societal norms that we have, right? And I think that we're acknowledging that what you might be wearing in some cases, and let me talk about men too, do-rags,
Mhm.
sagging of the pants,
Mhm.
dirty shoes, those type of stuff. All right. This is a general wardrobe stuff. It's not just about women. We have places that we are expected to dress a certain way to get along in life, right?
Mhm.
And we gotta we gotta kind of understand that. And that is the reason. But if we acknowledge that, then maybe we are also acknowledging that what we're wearing isn't necessarily the best thing to wear. And let me take myself for an example. I was just almost 400 pounds. A lot of y'all know me from, you especially, Jazz, you know me from that. I had met you before I had the surgery, right? There's a difference most of the time in the stuff that I can wear, but that I wear now because I feel more comfortable in being able to wear it. But I look at those pictures of myself and I look sloppy, right? Because I just put on what was the easiest thing. Now I understand I'm in kind of like some sweat shorts now or whatnot, but in general, this was the best that I was gonna wear then. Now you see me in quarter zips, I can wear tux, I can wear a suit, I can wear all that stuff. And I look at myself and I realize that I wasn't upholding the standard that I probably needed to do, right? So would I dress that same way knowing what I know now? No. And being on this side of it, I would make a better effort. But I think we need to acknowledge that there are dress codes for certain things.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, the next point I want to make is it realistic for us do we believe in first impressions?
Yes.
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 And the reason why this matters,
in particular settings too, like the settings and where you at and how you dress, like that matters.
so if in general we believe in first impressions,
Mhm.
then we need to understand that if people are using first impressions, one of the first things they're going to look at is what we're wearing,
Mhm.
right? So if I walk up to a young lady and I see that love tattoo, and I see, you know, the orange and yellow dress stuff, you know what I'm saying? I see the heart-shaped diamond, my mind is immediately gonna take me somewhere. I didn't say nobody's got the right to touch nobody or nothing like that. It's not what I'm saying, but my mind is going there.
Mhm.
My mind is saying, I'm drawing a check on my hand right now, y'all who can't
Mhm.
see it. My mind is I'm signing. Okay,
How
we
much
gon-
money
we gonna see.
will it
You
spend?
don't never know. I'm not. Anyway, you said that, but anyway, you know, if my mind goes there, hey, all right, you can kind of, all right, I put that in the back of my mind for a second. Now, because of the person that I am now, I understand because there's a duality in me. There's a lot of things. If you catch me on the wrong day, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Then you catch me on another day, you know, you'll be like, oh, that's a up, outstanding young man right
That's
there.
why
You know what I
I
mean?
really don't believe in first impressions. I mean, there's a thing, but you could meet somebody on the worst day of their life, and then you think that they're this terrible person. Whole time, their mom just died, or
Well, I
something, and
think
they're just
I get
Fir-
you on that, but what I gotta give a little pushback on that is I'm talking the general experience, not
I
Mm.
think
the
first impressions only last for like 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, then it start going somewhere else.
I think that for me personally, maybe it's because of analytical skills or whatever, but you give me 30 minutes in a room with somebody and I've got them generally
Yeah.
pegged on the most of who they are. You know what I mean?
Give
And
me 10.
based off
That's all I
of
need.
I can get you there. And the reason why I'm gonna say that, I hear that, but then y'all get with men all the time, and then y'all ain't know the nigga, like we were just saying, he was with him 3 years and he didn't know who the nigga was. So I don't know about that right there. Respectfully, Sky. I'm sorry.
I'm just
I
saying.
love you, but
Well, that's why I've been by myself for a long time. You got some good comments in here though.
I don't let me get to him. Let me go up a little bit. First impression, if you see me with a drink in hand, run.
And you got to go back before the end.
He said he ain't lying, bro. Be good most days, but when you own one, you own one. Man, fuck you, dog. They gonna hear this right there. I'm on one now. But yeah, exactly. So my shit freezing. I see it like this. Women are gonna be beautiful no matter how they're dressed. Some women have been blessed in certain areas and they should be respected no matter what. I'm with you on the respected. However, again, let's not pretend, because when that guy comes in, right? If you see that 6'3", let's be real,
That
dark
tree.
skin with the dreads, with the
Yes,
with the
Lord.
ski mask on and everything. No,
Yeah.
y'all talking about something different. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Y'all talking about something different.
Oh.
Nasty niggas. Anyway, they start going. They start fidgeting. Y'all know this on camera, right? But we make judgments off of people based on certain things that they're wearing and stuff. You know, so it is what it is. Is it right all the time? No, but you know what? I'd rather be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And move myself away than, be wrong the other way. Than just acting like I don't see nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. All right, what else we got? All right, so cool. Lily, you look like you wanted to say some more. And I interrupted you.
No, you just was when you said something and I wanted to say something and then I kind of like lost my
Lost
train of
track. I'm
thought a little
sorry.
bit. I think it was about I hate when I do that. I don't even know. It's something you had said. I had wanted to say something, but now I lost it.
Was it on the first impressions?
No, it was something after that.
Um
Well, I think that in general, though, our clothes do say how we wear them and how much we wear. We are giving ourselves, we're presenting to the world something, you know what I mean? And we have to understand that the world in general, whether it's right or wrong, does make assumptions based on how we wear. Now, that's where it stops, though. To Lily's point, just because I am doesn't mean I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now, I don't agree with being hoe adjacent, though. I don't agree with being thug adjacent. All right. If you're not part of that life, stay the fuck away from it. That's how I personally feel. All right. I tell my son, you ain't gonna be wearing the ski mask. You ain't gonna be doing all of that because you seen my son. He a goofy ass nigga. He got all the nerd shit from me, but he ain't got none of the, you know what I'm saying? He can't be on no block and they're gonna eat his ass up.
No, he can't.
Goofy ass
He
nigga.
can't be on no block.
I love him. Jaden Joseph Thomas, I love you to death, but you're a goofy ass niggas. You gonna stay playing the games, and you know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna do. You is not about that life. I ain't about that life no more. And it was only a brief time I was actually about that. And it's been a long time, so I can't teach you none of that, son. I love you though. But again, so he not about to be thug adjacent. You know what I mean? Don't be around them niggas. Don't dress like them niggas. We're gonna put you in some polos. We're gonna put you in some jeans that fit, you know what I'm saying, properly. We're gonna put you in some, I'll let you do the hoodies, you know, whatever, because that's kind of normal thing.
Mhm.
But, and I know people don't like that term, but why are we trying to be hoe adjacent? Why are we trying to be thug adjacent if you ain't with that part of that life? Because what's gonna happen is that life gonna come when you do that. Birds of a feather flock together is
Right.
one of the things that I really truly do believe in. When you put yourself around, yeah. If you put yourself around fuck niggas, if you always around fuck niggas,
Mhm.
it's a large possibility
You a fuck
nigga.
nigga too.
All right. Now, who name one of my male friends that you know?
Wayne.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wayne and Doug.
There you go.
You know, that's so funny that you said that because you know when people talk about women being abused, and it's like every woman, like I know we all know a woman personally that has probably been like abused or sexually abused, but when you get around a group of men, no men know any men that's abusers. Y'all don't know no man that be abusing people or molesting people or raping people, but we all know girls that got raped or molested. Or,
They be knowing.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about birds of like you hang out with 3 guys and they all have rape allegations.
They
But you
pedophiles.
yourself don't do this. So why are
Right.
you even? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that, especially when you become an adult. Because people used to say that all the time when we were in school, but when you were in like middle school or high school, before you was able to have cars, you only hung around people that you could, like people on your block, down the street or whatever. So if the people that was around you was doing whatever they was doing, I mean, you could hang out with nobody else. Your mom wasn't finna take you all the way across town to just hang with your friend. No. But when you get older and you could pick your own friends and pick your own crowd, then it's like, okay, yeah, you're hanging around a lot of girls that do this. You probably got to be doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been cracking on you about your sons. Yeah, but I know my son a goofy, you know what I'm saying? Yours is too, but it's all good. But so he says, was there a hot block in the EJ era? That's a long time ago, sir. We're talking
Was
about
it
like
hot? Shit.
we talking about long time ago. Okay.
Mucho
So,
caliente.
We don't do anything. I don't support that lifestyle. I don't do anything about that anymore. No, we are a square. I don't have a problem with a nigga calling me that. So, and I got my bills paid. I'm going home to my family.
It's too much
and
going
and
around.
thank you.
I like
Too
what
much
Doug
things
said
going
on here
around.
too.
What he said.
He said clothes definitely give an impression. That's why black folks go broke trying to look the part instead of actually being the part.
That goes into culture, right? That goes into
Mhm.
how we use clothing for culture, things like that. So clothes do have a purpose, right? And I know we don't want to think about it sometimes, but it does. But as far as the hoe and thug adjacent, we got to stop that, y'all. We got to stop. If you don't want that heat, now if you're okay, like Lily says,
She
hey,
said she could stay in the
she
fight. She
said,
got
hey,
this.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
'Cause I
You-
don't gotta talk to nobody.
Exactly.
Right.
I just show up here.
And she does exactly say it on all of her social media platforms. She
Mhm.
will tell them niggas exactly that. I don't
Yep.
gotta talk to you. Why is you talking to me? You're weird. Get out of my. She will say it real quick.
Most
I give it to
Pretty
her.
rude. I'll give you that. I am. Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, Penny, you been quiet over there for a minute. What's up?
So my best friend is saying she at her on the live. She got some comments. I told her to comment.
Tell
I-
her put it in the chat.
That's what I just told her.
Matthew Collins says, I'm a square for sure, but I enjoy tuning in to the hot seat because EJ always has some beautiful queens on his couch.
Thank
Well,
you.
there you go. See that? No matter how you dress, Beautiful queen. Look at that. Look at that. Great job.
And
Great
I'm in
job.
scrubs.
I'm fully covered next time. I'm gonna still be sexy. What?
Nah, you do what you do, baby
Where-
girl.
Now, Lily, you be looking
This-
good though, for real.
This is a very important conversation to have
Nah,
because
Lily
that's-
be looking nice.
you are all
do.
you do your thing. You do
I'm
your
trying
thing.
to be better because I feel like some of my stuff.
And your
be-
makeup, the way you make
I
your
feel
makeup
like-
and stuff, it
I
be
feel
it
like
be
some
on
of my
point.
stuff be for when I used to be like skinny. Like, you know, we talk about when you busting out the
Yeah.
busting out the seams. I feel like some of my stuff from when I was like really, really skinny, if I put it on now, it's giving busting out the seams. And I have to like really look at myself like, I
I
used
mean,
to
you-
like these, but I don't want to wear these no more. These are just too short.
What's she
Like I
watching
got
on?
pennies on.
What's she watching on?
Uh,
Your personal live?
Mhm.
I don't know. Let me ask her. She said she on the live.
Okay,
Oh,
well
she
tell her
was
leave a
text-
comment then.
Yeah,
I'll read
drop
it,
a
put it on
comment. She
there.
must be on
I told her to
Facebook.
comment.
Yeah, don't be scared. Who was her name?
Caress Mathis.
Oh, she
Caress.
did say
Oh,
something.
she has. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
She did say something.
Okay, hold on. My apologies, ma'am. And this computer freezing. Somebody can pull it up on their phone, please.
I'm going through it right now. We got a lot of comments today.
Good. They like y'all on there, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy Dikembe, he doing his thing in the comments. He said 111 comments accounted. So far, let's go, hot seat.
Hmm
Dang.
I told y'all it's a
111?
lot.
Yeah, I got 139.
Let me get to her. I'm trying to find her.
What was her name again?
Caress Mathis.
I just seen that. Well, I thought I seen. No, I thought it's Matthew Collins.
All right, sorry about that. We couldn't get to you, man. He said I'll be discriminating against less than 175. Listen, sir. Listen. All right.
What? He said he be who?
I'll be discriminating against less than 175. Listen.
Hey, we not finna go there.
175 pounds?
Yeah.
What you trying to say? He
Okay,
don't like
stop.
people that's under 175 pounds?
Okay.
He
No,
said, get your
He's
weight up.
saying I be discriminating. Okay.
Oh.
So first of all,
Oh.
now
And
what
do.
I might prefer has nothing to do with this, sir. These ladies here can talk and can converse as well as they happen to be an aesthetic that is very beautiful and nice, sir. That is why they're here, okay? They are great and they do their thing. Stop looking at me like that, Jazz, so I put the camera in your face.
Go
That-
ahead, get her.
That is why they're here. Y'all, there you go. So she needs a petition. There she go. Y'all, this is not supposed to be what this one about, man. We was on some other stuff. So now I haven't heard from Shay in a minute. What's up?
Well, we still talking about the dress code.
Yeah, the
thing?
dress code, man. You got anything else left? Because you are other resident. You know, you remember the cat suit that you came in the first week? The cat suit. It was a leopard.
You came with a leopard suit on?
That was your first week.
Damn, I missed that.
With the red hair.
I missed
The
that
very
one.
first
Yeah, yeah,
picture,
I remember,
very first picture we took.
I was like, "What you mean cat suit?" But no, I remember. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cute.
I missed that one.
What was I gonna say? I mean, I don't know. We didn't pretty much said everything, but I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter how you dress. Cause I mean, I can give an example real quick if you want me to, because I had went to an interview, right?
Mhm.
And I dressed for an interview. I had on my pants. I mean, I'm built the way I'm built. You gonna see the ass, period. So, but I had my heels on. I had my, my little bell bottoms and my little, you know what I'm saying?
You had bell bottoms?
Yeah, I think that's what they would call with the
Doug
wide
say
leg
he
at the
remembered.
bottom.
He remembers
Why?
the suit because remember he had came. Yeah, the leopard print. He said he remembered that because he had came pulled in the parking lot.
But he do remember.
Yep.
But
We got
yeah,
Pina in the all black. You know what I'm saying? She going to play baseball or rob somebody at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
same time is crazy,
she's gonna look good when she do it too, though.
period. But yeah, I don't know. I had went I went in Walmart and I had on what I had on. And it was people complimenting me, and then I hear people, the little workers, with I don't know what the fuck they were saying. I know they were saying something about my outfit, like what I had on. Like I don't know, it gave like the energy gave like y'all hating, but like I know I look good because I know I look good personally, and it's other people compliment me, and there's a few people like y'all just like what y'all gotta say? Because I look good. I'm like, because I am full. I'm fully covered. Ain't nothing showing.
I'm gonna just say, you know, sometimes
Exactly.
people can't handle you, cause
Yeah.
my mama and my sister and them, they can't handle me when they be around me for
Mhm.
real. Cause they be pleading, like, please just be regular, please just be regular. But
don't be regular.
you haven't
Okay,
seen,
I did that one time.
and I
And
dress
that was
how I
at,
want to
but that was
dress.
at church, and and it was a political event at a church. Sorry, I had to ask you. Can you please tone it down some?
Yeah,
on
you
that
did,
one?
you
I
did,
did.
you did, you
I
did,
did.
you did. So they be hoping I tone myself down, but I
Listen,
can't.
it's not about toning you down.
Mhm.
It's about, there are, again, like I said, there are certain codes of how you should dress in certain places.
Yeah, I
And I
understand
didn't.
that.
It would have been potentially too off-putting, especially with me supposed to be being a moderator in that situation, and then the person I'm bringing in come
Mhm.
in super flashy and showing.
I went in real sophisticated, you know. I d- I went in real sophisticated, but I just said that to say this, like, sometimes you can be overstimulating to other people, because I know I'm overstimulating when it comes to my mom and my sister, because they be scared to come outside with me because I draw attention.
I think people be like that with me when it's time to go out because no one ever wears heels.
I
No
love
more.
wearing heels.
No
They
more.
wear Jordans. They
Yeah.
wear like sneakers. I'm the only one with heels. I'm gonna wear heels. So
And I'm
I
gonna
done
dress
started
how I
wearing my heels,
feel.
yeah.
And
'Cause I was raised like that
if I
too.
feel like wearing a ball gown that day, that's what the hell I'm gonna wear.
one time I did that to the grocery store. Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay, so I had got this dress one time to wear to prom, but I end up getting this custom made dress. The dress that I originally got, it was red and it was silk and it had like a slit. So I'm trying it on, just to see how it fit, and it fit cute. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep it on, like, for a little bit. My mom, she like, oh, you want to go to the store with me? Sure.
Yeah, let's
She
go.
talking about some grab your, we have to go now. Okay, well, so I get a little heel on. I'm in the grocery store. People just looking at me like, the way they were looking, I'm thinking that they're thinking, why is she dressed like that
Where's
here
she
at the
coming
store?
from? Where she
But
going?
I came from the house trying on clothes. Like, I don't know. I just, if I put it on and I think it looks good, I'm gonna wear it unless there is a dress code at wherever we're going.
Yep.
You gotta
That's how
tell me
I
though.
am. And then they always be like, well, where you going? Where you coming from? Nothing. It's just a regular day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. People ask me when I go out, they be like, is it your birthday?
No.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. That part. Yeah.
All right, so we're coming to the end of the show. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, y'all acting up in the comments.
They acting the hell up in the comments. Yeah.
Dang, Matthew.
Is that dope?
And Matthew,
Talking about you.
Yeah.
and then she gonna. So yeah, they nice and buttery like they supposed to be and everything. So now you can come work on the camera angle next week, brother. So man, I know you'll show up. Nah. He said, I'm trying to stay focused on the show, sir. Okay, so they did a great job. I knew with that topic, I knew they was gonna come show out. You know what I'm saying? I knew that. And which they always do anyway. So does anybody have anything that they want to address, that's something that's just been on their mind or something real quick? Something that we can go to?
Yeah, I done gained a lot of weight. Girl, I'm busting out these damn scrubs. No, because I'm supposed to be in mediums. This is a medium. So once again, I know EJ had brought this up sometime before, but we really need to. It's warm outside now, so I can go outside. We can go walking, jogging, running. Give me 2 weeks. Yeah, we need to do something. I
I'm
don't
gonna
got
be
too big.
honest. We
What's
can
up?
get
Lily,
together
I don't
and
want to
we
hear
can
that.
go out. We can get together and we can
She telling me she don't want to
do
work out.
everything under the sun. But Lily is not working out.
Okay.
I'm
Girl, you gotta
I'm
take care of
sorry, I'm not doing it.
yourself.
Listen.
Well, we were supposed to go to the movies, and ain't nobody responds.
You
I
talk about
responded
Scream.
late.
I'm
I
not seeing
responded
that.
late.
Scream 7.
The new Scream is out.
My friends
Yes.
trying to make me go to the movies and see it with them.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just
I asked
too
you what time,
much.
you ain't say nothing.
Because there was only one person. And it was like, it hurt my feelings.
Are you buying popcorn too?
I had the tickets,
Oh, okay.
but what I would do, you know what I'm saying? I understand I don't get nothing from there. I go to the Dollar Trees and all y'all got
Oh
purses.
yeah, we put it in our purse. But you gotta get popcorn. Well,
They got bags of popcorn.
I just went to the movie theaters to see the Avatar movie, but I was in Atlanta, and the popcorn at the theater that I was at was so fucking trash.
Yeah, I'm good on
It was
that.
so
then.
fucking trash. Remember when you used to go into the movie theater, and the moment that you open the door, the smell of the
popcorn.
buttery popcorn
Oh,
slap you in your face.
yes.
Now when you go in there, it's kind of giving like,
Oil.
are y'all really popping it normally, like, or is y'all just getting it delivered in or something? Because
Okay,
it's not the
So
same.
how long ago was this? Last time you went?
It was literally like last month.
Okay, so the last movie that's really been a big blockbuster was that Avatar movie, right? And you still seen it late. There hasn't been big blockbuster in about 2-3 months. So that's probably why they just been probably getting you some old stuff or whatnot. We're getting into blockbuster season. It's gonna be back on the popping. I'm a movie guy, so I know I be up there. Used to be at the AMC all the time.
Yeah,
Prices
go to
up.
the
I spent
go to the
$20
matinee.
on popcorn and an icy.
I don't.
Oh no,
I
I don't do none of that. I'm going to the store, get me some burgers, some
Fanta,
snacks.
Fanta, 2 for $4, 2 20 ounces. I get a couple of them dollar bags of popcorn, and then I get some type of either chip or some beef jerky or something like
Can I
that.
confess something?
What's up?
Sometimes when I go to the movie theaters, I be going in there with meals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
I would stop
All the time.
Stop by Popeyes and get a 6-piece chicken strip, and I'm in the movie theater.
Let me tell you
Little
when back
zesty
in the
sauce,
day,
like I'm not.
back in the day when Checkers, or they call them rallies, we call it rallies, they had the dollar burgers. Man, please, my mama get her big bag, her pocketbook that day. You know, she had 4 of us. So we gonna go get $20 worth of burgers. And $20 worth of burgers, go to the dollar store, and everybody get 2 things of candy. And we in there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get a big old drink, and everybody gonna take turns and share.
All right, I was with you to the drink. I don't want to shut on drink now. I was with you to the drink.
We were kids. But I still do that. I still do that now.
Shout out to Wendy's, and all the weight. Probably at least 40 of my pounds that I used to carry on me was from Wendy's. Whether it's their Frosties, Baconators, the number 2, which is the Dave's Double with extra cheese and pickles.
Not y'all remember the menu.
Yeah,
Y'all know, they got
with
the
fries.
strawberry frosty now.
Yep. Nope, I don't.
When they-
I just get some chicken nuggets every now and then. I'll give me a little 6
When they
piece chicken
came out
nugget.
with that strawberry frosty, I was running to Wendy's. Let me please taste that.
Man.
Now don't they like they got like an Oreo one and
Yeah, they got that too.
I
They
know
used to
they
have
got
a
Oreo.
caramel one for a while.
I had that one. Then they discontinued it.
Yup.
Man,
I was
it
gonna
ain't nothing
discontinue the best
like
stuff.
it ain't nothing like a Frosty, and you get your fries
Frost-
and you dip it in your Frosty.
Mm.
Yep, got to be vanilla. Got to
I'm
be
not gonna
vanilla.
lie. I used to love chocolate ice cream so much. I did it with chocolate. I'm sorry.
You did
I'm
with
sorry,
chocolate
I
too?
did it with chocolate all the time.
Y'all, yes, we did. They said, hey, where my mama Jazz at? Naya Roberts said, where your mama at?
Oh my God.
Naya pulled up. Your daughter said, hey. Hey, Naya, how you doing? How old is Naya now? You talk to her for a second. Talk to your daughter.
No, because you just called me out, Lord. Leve.
There you go. Shout out to Naya in the building. This the hot seat though, baby girl. You too young. You need to go
Y'all
on
finna
now.
say, Nye, what you
What's that?
doing on here?
I need you to. Man, this is not
Well,
for
it's
kids.
over with now.
This is not for kids. Because Matthew just said, "Hey, you see this?" So never mind. I can't do that transition right then. Never mind. Naya, I need you to go, baby girl. You need you to.
Get out, Naya.
Yeah. She'll be home. She'll be home in the next 30 minutes. All right. So we talked about the movies and stuff that's going on. Any issues y'all want to talk about? And are we ready to get up out of here? Y'all good?
Well, y'all know we in a war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got a brother
Mm.
that's deployed right now. He was scheduled to come back home this month, but now they got orders they can't leave. So yeah.
You want to give his
I
Shout out to him.
I do want to say this one thing right here. It's springtime, you guys. You know, y'all already know how the economy is and what we going through right now with our troops and everything. The price of food and stuff finna go up. So y'all, please grow you something. Start growing stuff for yourself. I don't care if you start out with some bell peppers or some potatoes. Potatoes are easy to grow. Carrots are easy to grow. Broccoli is easy to grow. So y'all start getting out there and experimenting on growing your own food because it's going to be very important.
And get you some dry beans. What them old people say. Every
Keep
time I
you
go to the
some-
grocery store, my auntie tell me make sure I get me a bag of black eyed peas,
Peas
some butter
and
beans,
some
or
rice.
Yep, and some rice. Keep you some rice and stuff.
And since it's getting hot, make sure y'all be at the store getting some deodorant for them. Thank you. We don't
Clip
want to
that.
smell that. Come on. And all you people
Oh,
that
and your
use,
pH balance.
what's the one deodorants with the no, all that? Use the regular deodorants.
The no
Because
aluminum and all that.
the-
China.
exactly. You stink.
Oh,
Thank
and
you.
to piggyback off that, you know, ladies, get your pH under control. Okay.
I ain't gonna say nothing about that because y'all gonna turn that on the niggas anyway. So I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, and
Cause
men.
it's that shitty ass nigga that be fucking up your pH.
Well, I,
Don't know how to take care of themselves either.
yeah,
So
yeah.
someone be using Senate stuff down there and stuff.
Oh, dirty dick cheese having that nigga.
But that be the problem too, though. That be the problem.
I just said it for y'all, so because it was coming. Doug said use mint leaves.
That do work
Doug,
for your butt.
let me hold your hand real tight when I say this.
Thank you.
No,
Use deodorant.
please.
If you want to like not have
Degree?
No, you
It's
know
great.
that you
And not
can.
none of that tussy
They
stuff either.
said that you
Yeah.
can use they say that you can use limes on your underarms and the citrus or something.
But that's only when you start to detox your body from all that metals it's gonna work. Because if you filled with metals, you haven't started detoxing your body, you still gonna stink.
I
Nigga,
use
nigga gonna be
Suave.
smelling like some goddamn tropical Sprite, man. Everybody trying to do that shit. Fuck out of here. Lemon lime smelling that. Everybody trying to do that. All right, y'all, man. Listen, man, this has been the hot seat. Damn, we went 2 hours and almost 10 minutes today. So we're gonna get y'all some clips in here. The last comment I want to say is somebody said the tattoo is tattooed. It's a dragon.
Yes.
What is that supposed to be like? Unleash the dragon? Like
Some type of Chinese dragon. I was gonna get it colored in, but I'm scared.
wait, you let somebody just put just something you didn't even know on
She
you?
thought it was
like, no,
cute.
yeah, I thought it was cute. Like I picked it out. It was supposed to be smaller than this, but he said the proportion of my thigh and shit had to be bigger. So
No,
That nigga.
he just wanted to be tattooing the entire thigh.
probably, I don't know. But
You
my
should
baby
get
daddy
it
was like, I
colored.
don't know.
It was nice. It'll be
I do-
nice.
I
That
do
girl
like
got the
it.
dragon from Mulan on her tattoo,
It
man.
is gonna hurt though.
Oh my gosh.
She Eddie Murphy on her thigh, y'all.
The lining hurt worse than
Mushu.
everything.
Mushu.
Doug said if somebody is messing up your pH, then you going wrong. All right, we're gonna end off on that.
A compliment can mess up your pH.
You heard that? All right, that's the last word. Hold on, don't say nothing.